You'll see the band in a little bit. But a regular soldier, I can't carry a tuba with me. That's extra stuff to carry. That's big stuff. So the instruments that I would carry would be small things like a harmonica. And I can't really play the harmonica, but I can do that. But harmonica reeds are one of the most commonly found things at Civil War campsites when archaeologists are able to go out with metal detectors and excavate those campsites. They find a lot of the reeds from inside the harmonica, the part that vibrates and makes the sound. Another instrument that was popular among the soldiers was a jaw harp, and it's played like this. I take these two bigger metal pieces and hold them on my teeth. And I strum it like that, and I could kind of keep the beat along with somebody playing a fiddle or somebody playing in the band if I had a band around. So that was something, and just kind of occupied your mind. I would want to take some things along to help take care of myself. So I would have my toothbrush, so that I could take care of my teeth. Toothpaste Dante, that's what I'm looking for actually. It must have fallen out. There it is. They didn't have Colgate and Crest in a tube, but they had tooth powder. And tooth powder is pretty much like baking soda. They still put baking soda in toothpaste today sometimes if you check the ingredients list. Didn't really have a taste. It was just like baking soda. But you could mix that with water and make a paste, and that would be something abrasive to help brush your teeth. Now your toothbrush, they didn't have plastic. So your toothbrush at home has plastic bristles and a plastic handle. This toothbrush has a bone handle and horsehair or hog hair bristles. So they would take animal bones and polish them, make them into those shapes, and then take the hair from a horse or a pig, and they could cut those hairs down and turn them into the bristles. If I did not want to have one of those long scraggly beards like you saw in the movie, then this would be the type of razor I would have used. And very, very sharp, razor sharp of course, and it was called a straight razor, and that's how they shaved in the 1860s. They would work up a lather with soap. They didn't have a can of shaving cream. And then to do that, I wouldn't want to not see what I was doing, so they might have a shaving mirror like this, kind of like a makeup compact that you would see today that ladies would carry. And then the last thing I have in here is my comb. And lice were a big problem for the soldiers, so being able to comb the lice out of my hair was helpful as well. So that's some of those things. Something else that I have in here. This is a housewife. It's called a housewife. And what it is a sewing kit. So I have one uniform. I don't get to go home and change my clothes at the end of the day and put on a new uniform. So if I got a hole, Trenton, exactly, I would need to patch it. So I have extra patches in here. I have pins in here that I could hold things together if I need to. I have thread. I have extra buttons. So if I need to fix or repair anything, I can do that with that little sewing kit. And the soldiers nicknamed it their housewife, because if they were at home, it might be something that they would have asked their wives to help them do. And then probably the most important things that I could carry with me would be letters from home, letters from my family, letters from my loved ones. And a soldier would not read a letter one time and throw it away. Instead, they would hold on to those letters. They would keep them. Even for years after the war, they would keep them. There have been books published that contain nothing but old soldiers' letters. So they would take those letters, they would carry them with them, they would become stained and worn out, but they would unfold them, fold them, read them. If they couldn't read, they'd find a friend who could and ask them to read for them. So they would keep their letters with them at all times. And if they were very fortunate, how many of you finished reading the parts of the packet we didn't get to read in the LGI together? If you didn't, when you read about them, one of the things you'll read about is photography during the Civil War. And photography was fairly new. It had been out since about the late 1830s, so it was about 20 years old at the time of the Civil War. And a lot of soldiers were fortunate enough to have a picture taken of a loved one before the war, and then they would carry that picture with them. Pictures weren't printed on paper like they are today. This picture is printed on glass. So the picture was taken and printed on glass. And if we have time, I have a really neat video clip I can show you later someday, maybe tomorrow or next week, that kind of explains how they took pictures during the Civil War. But this photograph I picked up at an antique shop. Actually, it was picked up for me as a gift from an antique shop. And I don't know really anything about this one. There's no date with it or any other information. Cameron's going to fire in a second. Okay. Okay, so this is a picture printed on glass. The other type of picture that they carried, and this was more common and a little cheaper, was a picture that was printed on metal. So this is called a tintype. And in this picture, I do have a date. This picture has a date written on the back of it. Yes, that's kind of the way, part of the process from the chemicals on the tin. So on this picture, this has a date on the back that says 1863. So this photograph was taken right in the middle of the war, right around the time of the Battle of Gettysburg, and it's very, very likely that this would have been a picture taken by a soldier so that he could carry it along with him. Whether it was his wife or his daughter, I'm not sure, but that's a photograph from 1863. It's from 1863, so it's 154 years old. And after the cannon fires, we will return fire with our rifles. If you would like to, you can. We're far enough away that it's loud, but it's not terribly loud that you have to plug your ears.
I got a video of it. Me too.
Alright, so that's loud, and that's one cannon. Imagine what we saw in the video yesterday with 200 cannons that were firing before pickets charged. Look at the way the smoke from one cannon's hanging in the woods. Multiply that by 200 times. And then add the rifle smoke.
I got a video of it.
And you'll get to see that close up yourselves here in a little bit. What you're going to see now is what the regular infantry soldier was firing with. So we are going to take our muskets, and we will give you a firing demonstration with those. What I would like you to do is line up under the basketball hoop facing the woods. So line up under this basketball hoop and face the woods.
Put it right on the tip. So I brought the card out here.
Sorry, I didn't know you had a password. Liz, come here. You know what my password is? Come on. It's like a giant V.
They gave me a heart attack.
Like it goes like
I thought it would be like this. Right?
I'll touch one. Well,
I thought this was
similar. Here, you want to take the video? That's all I thought.
I got a video of the cannon fire.
Oh my gosh, you got a video of the camera firing. Show us.
Did you video?